performance standpoint, it helps a lot with, like your cut, because I'm like a player who likes to make sharp cuts and, pretty much run into people. So it's more like a power-based shoe, but it's not heavy like a lot of the other shoes that I wore in my career. So it allows me to kind of have that explosion and that lift. I think it's one of the best shoes that I've ever worn. I'm glad that it's good to have your own shoe, and it's even better when it's like perfect for my game.
And what's the response been in the locker room?
Oh, crazy!
People going nuts.
We were playing Cleveland, and LeBron looked at me and he was like, "Yo, PD, why are your shoes better than everybody else?" So that was a compliment there, and every time I'm on the court, guys are coming up like, "What are those, man? What are those?" Like, you gotta sign. I think I've signed like over 50 pairs of shoes for those, and I've never ever signed shoes for anybody. So I think that's also a compliment when guys want to sign autographed shoes, knowing that they're authentic and they're fresh and the styles is perfect.
What was your first reaction when you saw the logo?
I liked it. It's like that kind of looked like me.
You feel like an obligation now? You can't shave the beard? It's kind of.
I play around with them every now and again. I just can't be out in public without my beard. Anybody else? Questions?
We saw 2 episodes of your working on for the New York and Shanghai.
Oh, the videos.
Yeah. Would you plan to make more videos?
Yeah, definitely want to make more videos. I thought that the one we made in Shanghai was after we did our Li-Ning tour, and we were on tour for I want to say 10 days, and the 11th day we just decided, hey, let's get some footage around Shanghai and let's come up with a concept that works. And so it was all pretty much freestyle, which was the best thing about it. And then once we saw the cut of the China video, the Shanghai video, we wanted to do the same thing in New York, knowing that we were going to New York. So, these videos are pretty much like, a lot of more impromptu than anything. I think in the future you'll see, a lot more strategic videos with some that are well more thought out. I thought that they turned out for what we did them for, but just going forward, I just love to be able to do that and kind of use my creativity behind the camera, to show people, representation of, what Li-Ning and what the brand is all about, and how, it touches different people in different ways, and how everybody can be a part of it. So, that was pretty much the basis of all the videos, moving through the cities and letting people know that, Li-Ning can function, in every part of the city. It has a style, the fashion, the trend, the intellect, that brings people together, and that's why you always see me walking away with a crowd of people that, look different.
So on I Beat You, I know that you're always challenging people for stuff. Is there going to be any Li-Ning tie-ins on there?
Oh yeah, definitely. Best kind of like coming up with slogans and best quotes, for the season. Best name for a shoe, in your city. We got a bunch of different tie-ins for I Beat You that are going to work well. Secondary design, like when we have special edition shoes, put them out on the Beat You and see, the name of the shoe, or what's the best design, be a bunch of stuff like that.
And talk about working with the designers. How hands-on have you been in the process?
You know what? They've been great. Only thing I do is say, okay, yeah, I like that. It's great to work with people that take the time out to listen to you. Take the time out to listen and get to know who you are as a person. And I think that the design and everything that you see with the shoe and the brand, from my standpoint, has come from just spending time with the designers. They're just great people to be around, and you know, they're attentive to detail. You know, they really pay attention to the details and the details in my life, and they just bring that to life in the shoe. So when they bring it to me, it's like, oh, I like that, I like that. So it's not much input, but you know, I get an opportunity to voice my opinion and say, you know, maybe I don't like that color or maybe this color. So, you know, for me, the opportunity, you know, because I was with other shoe brands and they just give you a shoe, say here, you know, or say here, you're wearing this color. But, you know, with the Li-Ning design team, they've been, you know, extra great as far as, you know, getting me involved and letting me know, you know, and listening to any little thing that I had to say. But overall, it's just been a great process to kind of just see how the shoe has, you know, been crafted into its delivery.
What kind of input have you had for off-court shoes? You guys working on some lifestyle stuff?
We got some cool stuff coming. We got some really cool shoes coming, and you know, more so like when I'm talking about off the court, it's the stuff that I wear. It's the stuff that I would go into the store and look at and say, yo, I want to buy those. Or if I see somebody, you know, with some shoes that, you know, aren't name brand, or you know, I just like to take, you know, maybe the tongue, or you know, like, you know, just different accents of the shoe and apply it to just everyday walking. So when you see, you know, our lifestyle shoe and our off the court shoe, it'll be more, you know, fashion forward and something that, you know, people are going to want to try and play basketball in. But you'll see them kind of walking around, and that it just be, you know, the shoe to have.
So clearly, LA, you know, being back home, you know, that's where fashion talks everywhere in LA.
Yeah.
So what are people saying?
They're
you know,
going crazy.
about
They're going crazy. They want these jackets. So when I get home, they're going to expect a lot. But, you know, in LA, like you said, a lot of fashion trends take off, and a lot of fashion brands have been successful being able to penetrate that LA market. From being, you know, a young guy, just, you know, going to college there and being in the NBA and living in LA, I've always been able to kind of hang with all, you know, the young and upcoming fashion people. So, you know, I've always kept them abreast of what we're doing over here, and you know, they've been pretty much gung-ho. All the shoe stores are, you know, asking about the shoes. You know, when can we, you know, get the special limited edition shoe? They're looking for anything. But the thing with the Li-Ning and the way that we're rolling it out, I think it's going to be really special because, you know, you just kind of want to hit the ground running, and you know, we've been prepping and getting ready to target that LA market for a big explosion, and I think that the community is ready. The kids, you know, the kids are going crazy over it, and you know, like, kids pretty much dictate trends, so that's what we want to do. We want to get all the kids, you know, to rock our stuff, and I think that they'll love it because it's definitely fashion forward.
Some more questions?
How about BB2? The BB2 second shoes?
Oh, no, those are going to be sweet. I ain't got nothing but good stuff to say.
Details.
I think the Doom 2 will be a little bit more, I want to say, more sophisticated, you know, a little bit more classic. So you see on the court, as far as like just a traditional basketball shoe, but it's, I don't know, it's pretty funky. It's like it's like a shoe that you can almost wear with a tuxedo, and that's kind of like what we're coming up with. Is we wanted to have a shoe, you know, going into next season that you can wear on the court, but you can also wear with jeans, or you can also wear with your suit. And you know, we want, I mean, it's all high performance, but it's also, you know, it looks comfortable. You know what I mean? You want to have something that looks comfortable, that looks like, you know, you never have to take the shoe off. So that's what the twos are going to be about.
Do you have a favorite color on the first BD, whether it's UCLA or Dodgers or Blue State?
I would have to say the Dodgers, because I didn't expect that. The Dodger color like kind of came out of nowhere, and I'm a huge Dodger fan, and I didn't expect that. And I like the dark blue, the black and blue. Those are you know, big fan favorites, and all my teammates love those. So. And we win when I wear them. So they always want me to wear those.
What's Kirilenko gonna say when he sees the tee?
We can't say that was Kirilenko.
What's that guy gonna say?
Hopefully he'll not say anything. Wear one.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for your support.